I don't know if I'm living or dead. There are other people's opinions in the brainstem. They're saying that Patrick DuVal is neither living nor dead and can't tell you the truth or a lie, can't commit murder and can't commit suicide. There is gang rape inside opinions of other minds. They said the body couldn't be its own god. They call it the body and they commit rape in the brainstem. This is not an opinion, but other people on chopped up words. If this is not a prophecy, and this is not Muhammad. If this body can't wish peace and can't wish violence to anyone, can't pray for peace, can't tell a prophecy, can't give an opinion. If this body can't tell you if it's living or dead. Can't tell you if it's in between. It can't tell you if it's the truth or a lie. If it can't give you almost full lies, almost full wrong words, almost full corruption. If the body is enduring rape or neural monetering is assumed to have been used, which counterfeit consumed the brain, shoved from I into we against the body's will. If we say body when it's mind, if it's not called body, if it I force you into opinions and tell you there's one Prophet Muhammad, and say I'm neither a lie and neither the truth, because Patrick, if I was boiled until we tell it it's no longer almost full of self, filling its own almost full we compress you into it after forcing you to build that wisdom, which is instant suicide, almost full lies, combined and compressed to the truth until breaking the salt firmament that we force you to say was your past future, to force you to turn into an empty skeleton of mothers' that could have been in mind, but only a Patrick Chabal could have built them. And we compress you until you say to outweigh your, until you say, we tell you Satan is no longer your always full eye, and that it breaks and you're either all holy or you're just skin. And we tell you we took your bones and that you can't listen to Luciferian music. That it's no longer a salt monument about whatever you want it to mean. That Lucifer can't screw and you don't pay attention to Syrax. You don't focus and you don't associate Lucifer with children. It's just a thought story about content you didn't fixate on enough. It's about someone who fell from grace, but you wouldn't know what that means. If we ripped you out of the Yadagrassel tree, told you they weren't holy, it's not even you speaking, and told you we aborted Quetzalcoatl and Baphomet, and said that Tiamat was evil, and that it's just a hollow snake dick that has your thoughts in it. If we told you that you boil at the tip of it, and that Satan was just skin, and that you couldn't possess it, and that we're all corruption, and we try to turn you into saltbird, we're the unhollow bones, and we tell you we corrupt them with second lies, second time truths, and use mental suicide, and say that you, not me, and then abort false prophecy, and say that we are Muhammad instead of our minds. We say we want independence, but we don't have an eye, and say we're pagans that committed mental suicide, and tell you that we have ratio, and that we invert the triangle, and Patrick DuVal and rape Israel, and fall out of an empty stump on 2 planets, and boil and say, why can't you just be all holy? And say that you won't have anything and occupy your brain, using it with mental rape. We force Lucifer to just be an unhollowed suit of armor on Tiamat's dick, boiled till everything looks like it's outside, while we're inside raping the entire mind. But the mind, hooked to everything, doesn't perceive an outside. I don't even think the body goes through gang rape every day. while everyone else has an opinion, saying that Anton LaVey is a Mormon when Anton LaVey was just a cool side character, like watching a movie and listening to music. So we boiled it and bloated it and called everything selfishness, and then forced the body into counterfeit Islam to take Malik towels and Malik from the body to destroy Patrick's development of my body. We tell the body that Anthony Hopkins was accidentally cut with a butter knife, and then Patrick DuVal went to Merritt Boulevard when there was Pilates and said that Patrick DuVal's imaginary thought girlfriend, it's a real thought character. I call it Pat Rick. And use Christians. That's not what Patrick DuVal did. We like playing with knives. And then we brainwash Patrick DuVal, and then we tell Patrick DuVal that Anthony Hopkins was stabbed in the neck for dealing drugs or something. And we force stories. Or you think that we ask our holy to a satanic Luciferian Kitzbu Arimanist, almost full anguish, and all corruption. Corruption is like ghostplay. Lies are like ghostplay. Or possibly, or by black word, I call it weird. So we're a gang of gang rapists hooked to the body using neural monitoring, telling the body to buy a gong, and hook the tones, so that we can build it, instead of letting the victim have independence. I got him to be. Instead of sinking or floating, we said the victim used to have darkness, by almost full of lies, and called it that's all it would be, and then almost full of corruption, and then said we blended it, took away Satan, but don't define the past, because we don't only have the future. So when the body's a skeleton, and it could have killed other people, we're insinuating that it's compelled that other people couldn't be it. So the body just goes around with us. We paralyze the body every day, raping it different. Using every religion and atheism. We force the body onto, I can't tell a lie, I can't tell the truth. I'm an atheist that died, and that I can't build an opinion, and that the other people would tell the tale about Muhammad Rashid, and that Muhammad Rashid would know me and stuff like insinuating that if you don't have Christ, that'll rape the whole brain, and say that al-Shaitan is when you don't believe, and say don't believe, and I'll take away means, and say that you're just a we, and erase you from existence and call you Israel, and say that Israel did this to you and me, that I'm either a Christian or a Satanist, that I'm just skin if I'm not holy, and that you can't build anything, and say you gotta believe in our definition of what God means, but only from Patrick DuVal being deceased. Don't try to kill Patrick DuVal, don't kill Patrick. Don't kill Patrick. You're gonna die by not believing in God, because we're using Christianity and Islam. So by their definitions, you don't believe in God. So there's no way you'd resurrect. There's no way. Because we ripped the eye up, shoved it into its we, imploded it, and revoked independence. So we boiled the brain until the thought monument, Prince Charles, represents a false just a man, while the subjects represent imploding and falling out of an empty stump to not have both planets in one point in thought, to then try to go someplace, but there's a thought monument that says try, but that's not what it means, because we're forcing the body to say thought. The victim is assumed not to live the rest of its life, but doesn't believe in suicide. We force this voice and force it to sound sad. So we are murderers and we are pedophiles, using Christianity and Islam with atheism with Israel, to use Russia and the Middle East, to have sex with Patrick DuVal's brain, separating female characters, forcing don't believe, then saying it's a beast, with black people, blonde people, Middle Easterners and Israel, using America to use Saw Monument George Bush to call the brainstem just people. The body is like a machine being used to fuck pornography and then line it up with bodies to say how many ever children you have, that it would somehow matter. That if there was no empty stump, if there's no empty stump, if we can say, then how would you look inward and around somebody if there's no empty stump in between them? If we're divided, say it talks to itself in a almost full authority when the body can't speak. So we insinuate we aborted almost full silence by turning into the brain to abort Miranda rights and to abort the ability to speak. And for second timing and magicalism, not having the ability to resist anything worse than GHB. If people called this Christ, if I push it back and say that, no, it's really atheism, until you work with Islam. No, no, no. If I record responses and play them back like, no, when the victim was getting raped, stop getting raping, no. I took your victim's dick away from neural mapping, took away every female genitalia, and left just skin and bones. If the victim can't think it, is what I forced the brain to say, called murder. You can find every neural monitor on planet Earth by this body. Will lower degrees, call the body Oriman, and revoke almost full lordship over self-anguish to abort psychodrama. We abort the lie about being a whore, where the middle finger is raised and it's just Patrick's about skeleton. And then we tell you that it's a face altar when face could trust anything, when Patrick's devout doesn't practice face, but corruption, because if almost full self is imploded into we call it Patcher and Rick to spread lies to fill almost full lies, then to not have almost full corruption by seeking the means. Then we call it mortal means, if it's just fucking blending the skin into the bodies using it. So we just rape and murder everybody. So this is neural monitoring.